Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Narlo here. Say hello to everyone, Narlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in the Chamber of Leadership, talking to Broger and Bori. We're still working on Bori's mission over here. We've got the last part, find the guarded junction on the eastern road and collect the barrels of black powder. Well, one of the things I noticed looking back through here, we still haven't found either one. Looking back through here, we got to collect the barrels of black powder from in Stasnak. So, it says so that we can become familiar with Stasnak. So we can at least do that. It says that is within the Red Horn Lodes. So the eastern junction is somewhere over here in Nudmelik. Now we traveled along the bottom area of the second hall here. We traveled along the bottom wall and down as far as this flag you see the campfire at the bottom, this flag right there, Sigan Tharak, just up from the campfire. That was the place where all the platforms and all up above the rivers of fire there. So that's one location. We traveled down through here. They said in the Red Horn Lodes over here is where the fortress we are looking for is. So we're going to travel down through the Red Horn. We will also travel on the northern part of the second hall and see if we can find the guarded junction up there if we don't find it here heading down toward the Red Horn Lodes. Which I'm thinking we won't, because the whole part of it is to create a diversion. Create a diversion at the eastern road so that we can draw the orcs and all out of Stasnak. So that is the situation here. I'll cut my light on. That's the one good thing. Moria is the one nice place wherever night actually helps you see better, because you can turn your light on. Okay. Goat. That's what I need. Goat. Now, I'm going to head back over. We're going to head back out. Head on over to Nudmelik. I'm going to take the jump down here at the end. That is the quickest and closest way to get there. And once we get back into Nudmelik, into the area of the Red Horn Lodes or wherever, we will rejoin you. I think we're going to go search for that first. Ooh, glad we didn't impale ourselves there. I think we're going to go and search for that first. Because we know it has to be in the Red Horn Lodes. We have a pretty good idea of where we need to be searching. The other one is entirely a crapshoot. So we're going to head back in there. Good Lord, already? Really? Let's find weakness on them. Always use a find weakness. May not be able to divert them, but we can always use find weakness. I just realized I didn't turn down game sounds and all too, so I'm going to have to edit this a little bit. Turn all the sounds down. Alright, let's use our burglar's antidote. There we go. And then we're going to hide up. I'm going to fix my game sounds, head back over into Nudmelik. And once we get the entrance over there that heads down into the area of the Red Horn Lodes, we will rejoin you. Right, we have returned. We have this danger upon Kadar Zaram. I'm thinking what we are going to do. Quest actions available. What quest actions are available? Arena Spears. Collect spears from goblins. Spear-wielding goblins threaten all who hope to descend the stair of Kadar Zaram. You should collect spears from the goblins that perch atop the stair, aiming their malice at passers-by, hoping to leave Moria. Indeed, we'll go ahead and accept that. Since we're in here looking to kill some enemies. As you enter Kadar Zaram, you feel a great tremor underfoot. Find the source of the tremor. I'll bet it's going to be that big old troll that we found earlier. Now, is that going to count? Yes, he will count. So, weakness. Boy, it is shaking like crazy, isn't it? Okay, come on and die already. He's holding a sword, so we'll see whether or not he'll count for giving us a spear or not. Game will do weird things like that sometimes. Defeat enemies on top of Zaram Kadam Zaram. Kill them up here on top of the stairs. That's what I'm trying to say. Whoa, look at that dirt falling from the ceiling as everything trembles like that. Wow. Wonder why none of this didn't get the quest the last time that I popped in here. Yeah, die. I would have thought that when we entered it before that we would have picked them up. But who knows? Alright, that's 2 enemies down. Yeah, die already. There you go. God, they like to continue for a while, don't they? Alright, we're going to continue killing goblins here. And we're going to move on over here and kill some of these spear throwers. Since I guarantee you they will be the ones that have the spears. Alright, distract them. Up. Let's kill the wandering one there. How about it? There we go. Let's... Oh. You're an annoyance, you are. Absolute annoyance. Okay. Let's distract you. Find weakness on you. Let's see if we can take you out. That way you won't come wandering up while we're taking all care of your buddies on the wall there. Oh, come on over. Oh, you ain't gonna cast no crap on me. Ain't gonna let you heal yourself up. Ain't gonna let you cast crap on me. There we go. Counts as an enemy. And we should get a spear. Yes, we did. Alright, that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep taking out these spear throwers until we get 6 spears. And we will rejoin you when that happens. Alright guys, we killed a couple more. We have got one more enemy we need to kill. One more spear we've got to collect. But we gathered a couple things. Turbine points for finishing a deed. We finished the Book of Knives, which is 8 of 8. And we will have to go through that. So I will pull it up afterwards and we will discuss all the different pages. And for thing, you get a class trait point. Awesome. So that's one of the ways you get your trait points there, is by finishing your class books like that. So we will look through the various pages and everything once we get finished with this battle here. And it shouldn't be too terribly long. There we go. Quest ready to advance. A rain of spears. You have taken the weapons of the spear-throwing goblins of Kadar Zaram, making the stairs safer for those who wish to leave Moria through the eastern door. Nice. Alrighty. And our dagger at the second age is now level 19. What was that? Oh, that was just telling me it leveled up. Very good. Let us get to a more safe location. I'll leave it recording because we never know when we're going to find out what that tremor underfoot is all about. Let's see. This was fairly decent. What's that Moria guard? Does he wander up here on these stairs? No, it does not look like he does. Does not look like anything wanders up this way. So let's take a look at that. The Book of Knives. The first 4 pages of this book can be found on enemies scattered throughout Angmar, Region, etc. The Book of Knives was written by a burglar of great renown. She is even said to have retrieved the choicest gem of a hoard from beneath the grasping claw of a sleeping dragon. But her true name remains unknown, and many doubt the veracity of her most outlandish exploits. Nevertheless, she was acknowledged as one of the finest knife fighters in Middle-earth during her time. Sadly, the Book of Knives is incomplete. Little can be gleaned from its cryptic writings. The famous burglar Bilbo Baggins is known for his love of riddles and mysteries. Perhaps he might be able to shed some light on this text. Yep, whenever we actually first got this quest, you had to buy the book from your trainer and then head to Bilbo for him to give you the quest to actually be able to use it and collect the pages. Of course, that's no longer in count. I think he actually had to return the book to him at that time. No longer have to. Quest complete when they complete. The Book of Knives, page 3. A section of the introduction, this page suggests that the author was neither modest nor the type to shy away from a fight. She was apparently overly fond of causing trouble at inns throughout Eriador, sometimes going so far as to cheat openly at dice in order to provoke a fight. Page 5. This page describes some of the author's favorite knives. It seems that she had an elfsmith make blades for her as custom pieces, which she particularly preferred for their speed and edge. She must have treated them rather roughly, given the sheer number of knives she describes in loving detail. Page 12. The author appears to have preferred combat with an unusual level of intensity compared to one might expect of a burglar. The style she describes emphasizes a degree of closure and commitment to finishing a fight quickly, rather than the furtive hit-and-run tactics that one commonly associates with the profession. Are you calling me common? Page 17. It is clear from the context of this page that the author preferred to work alone, without companions. This perhaps explains her dedication to the art of infighting and an emphasis on finishing fights up close and as quickly as possible. She likely had few friends or companions to fall back on in times of danger. I might need to go for the knife fighter type. Although I gotta say, I am enjoying the stealth. Page 18. This page is difficult to follow as it is covered with sketchy diagrams as well as scrawled text. It seems to be trying to describe some complex movement of the body, but the author was not much of an artist. Nevertheless, it does hint at some intriguing ideas you would like to try out. I wonder if we're still talking about knife fighting. 23. This page does not seem to have much to do with knife fighting. The author seems to have wandered into a rambling recollection of one of her more hair-braising exploits, the details of which are both quite bawdy and rather too dramatic and unlikely to be an entirely honest account. I wonder if Miss Lowbanks wrote this book. Drawing pictures of positions of the body, a body account of an adventure. I think this may be Miss Lowbanks. I may have to go down there and return her book, see if she can give me a reward. Page 26. A page of painstakingly inked lines and diagrams. It must be describing a particular set of motions. Unfortunately, the notes in the margin of the page are impossible to make out, leaving you to do a great deal of guesswork as to what motions this complex web of lines might actually be trying to depict. And finally, page 31. This page is a recap of much as what has been described before, but it is surprisingly concise and clear compared to most of what came before, drawing a number of important lines between the stylistic points that she has made previously. Either the author received some editorial assistance with the section, or maybe she was just sober during its writing. In any case, it is an invaluable guide to sorting out the mismatched notes throughout the rest of the book. There's my wife. I will be right back. And I have returned. Sorry about that. So there you go. So you finish up the book and you get a class trait point from everything that you learn in it. Let's see, where are our class traits right now? Let's see. Never can remember, that's J. I've been doing the quiet knife. I have 2 of 5. That's Hidden Dagger. Dance of Blades, Critical Response, Strike from Shadows. Those 2 there give you big bonuses to your damage or critical hits from attacking from stealth. Dance of Blades, +2 critical response. Backstab, +10 positional damage. See, much as I like the Quiet Knife, it does kind of depend on being in a group because of, getting people away from you. See, well practiced. The skills Aim and Fine Footing have reduced cooldowns. Improved Hide in Sight. Well, there we go. Gives you a much quicker cooldown there. So why don't we move on to the next rank? That's rank 4, which decreases our cooldown. Next time, Hiding in Plain Sight will remove all potion, disease, fear, and wound effects. So we are definitely wanting to get level 5. Let's go on ahead and apply them. Yes. Excellent. Might have to try the Mischief Maker. I think that may be the one that they were talking about. Quiet Knife is much more stealthy. We'll have to figure out which one it is that causes the... let's see, we're still looking for the source of the tremor. Keep looking. We're going to find it when we find this troll here. Find the source of the tremor. I was thinking it might tell us a troll. Why don't we defeat this troll and see if that right there might be the cause? Because I haven't seen anything else that might be it. Yeah, let's not jump down there right yet, unless we got safe already. My God, you're ugly. Okay, let us find weakness. Let us distract him. And then let us go up and stab him in the back. Boy, he's a noisy one. God, is he ugly. Improved feint. Very good. Guess our skill automatically upgraded there on our toolbar whenever we brought everything up. Whoa! Always watch out for those troll punches. That could be bad if we were on one of those things. There we go. New D, Troll Slayer. I was hoping doing that would do it. Yep, you have defeated the menace on the stair. Choose one. Endurance, a gem of endurance, gem of dexterity, and a gem of fortune. I think dexterity, if I remember right. I bet dexterity will give us agility. Bet it will. So let's go ahead and choose it. Finish now. And we are going to see if we can get back out of here. And head on over. We'll talk to Svanner as we go by. Y'all did see that message a little while ago. These servers are coming down in a little less than an hour now. Going to be dropping at 6 o'clock Eastern time here on the east coast of the U.S. Like I said, just outside of Atlanta here. And they will be down, I think, until 11 or 12. That actually works out fine for me because, as I've said before, I am going to be in class today at the hospital. We've got a class that all of us employees have to go to. And we're going to be stuck in that from 7 to 12 today as my assigned time. And from what I've heard, people have told me, yeah, just like everything else, think of high school, said everything in the class you could teach in probably an hour and a half, but they're going to take the full 4 hours to do it. So, lovely. I think at this point we can turn off stealth. Once again, these places like right here, these stairs and all, used to have a lot more These hallways, these stairs used to have a lot more mobs in them. I mean, come here, there'd be mobs here. You'd have to fight your way or sneak your way past 2 or 3 mobs here on each one of these landings. But, of course, they've moved them to make travel through it a little easier. I'm not sure how I feel about it because, yeah, it kind of adds to the feeling of... It makes it a little easier to get through, so you don't have the battle and the danger that you had before, but it does lead more to the idea of Moria being a lost and derelict relic, you know. Even though the Fellowship has come through.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Even though the Fellowship has come through and stirred everything up, you wouldn't think that it would be quite this crawling with things. Danger upon Kadar Zaram. Well done. Now I need not fear that my toes get impaled by hurling spears when I begin my ascent. Awesome. Alright. Completed that one too. I'm going to use his store abilities. Oh, a Tribute of Light and Unwholesome Odor. I'm going to use his store abilities for a second.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Get rid of some of the yard trash stuff we have here. And I will see you again in just a little while. In the process of selling stuff to him, I was able to raise my Iron Garrison Guard's reputation up. We are now an acquaintance with the Iron Garrison Guards. So we are now known to them. We were already known to the miners, now we're known to the guards. Mind Fiend says, that never sounds too good. Known to them. Well, not sure if I want to be known to them. I can't imagine what terrible things are written on the bathroom walls here in Khazad-dûm, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to keep gathering this stuff, selling back the yard trash as we come across it. Let's go to the bottom, that's where they'll be hanging out. Yes. Okay. And we will see you again in a bit whenever we get moving on along there. Let's see what this says over here at the moment. What do we got? Okay, turbine points awarded. Title awarded, that's known to the Iron Garrison Guards. Alright. Deed completed, that's becoming a acquaintance to them. Deed bestowed, we have to become a friend, and when we become a friend, that's when we get the travel discount. That's with the guards. If you become a friend to the miners, you get the vendor discount. Okay, reputation changed. Iron Garrison Guards, there we go. Miners, we got acquaintance a while ago. It's a shame we're not going to be able to really get up to where we need to be, and then our legendary item, because of the fact that, you know, we just don't spend as much time in Moria anymore. You just kind of fly through the levels now. And because of that, because of everything being light blue and green and all, we're just going to pretty much concentrate as much as we can on the epic stuff, like we said we're going to.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
But we will pick up some of these side quests. A Tribute of Light. I am here to look out on the great stone trees and see this legendary hall with my own eyes ere I pass into the light. If you are going down with me, let us pay tribute to the dwarf statues from Durin's Day that lines the hall. Legend has it there are braziers at the feet of the dwarves that once cast an orange glow along the full length of the second hall, but these have long been unlit. So use the summoning horn to call Svanner. Alright. See, he used to be further up yonder. Told you they've moved people around. He used to be further up there, and you'd use this horn to summon him down to you. An unwholesome odor.
We have seen naught of Durin's Bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
I have traveled here to look upon the magnificent stone trees, but I find my meditation disturbed by hints of a strange odor. Remember when we were down on the south edge over there looking, we smelled that odor. It is fleeting, but the source must be powerful in such a drafty, wide, high-ceilinged hall. Will you find the source of the odor? I would hate to see even this stone forest tainted by the evils that have crept into Moria. Sure, we'll help you find it. Okay. So now, as I said, we are going to go this way. See if we can get down. Where are we at? You see, we're right over here on the stairs, over here at Kadar Zaram on the far left. We're going to travel back over here, back through over the fiery chasms, and see if we can get down in here into the Red Horn Lodes. And see if we can find the stronghold of Stasnak, which is apparently located down there among the Red Horn. So that's what we're going to do. And we will rejoin you when we get down there, or whenever we find a source for the smell. And we also need to take a look here shortly and see where our time is, because with the I've got to get ready to go to that class. I've got to make sure that I'm logged out by the time that the... See, once again, these places, these landings would be full of mobs. There'd be orcs and all over the place. Ooh, Moria Guards. What do they have? Goblin Slayer, Knee Breakers Manual. That's the other manual we have. We're still working on the Knee Breakers. And comes from Orc Slayer, yep, Knee Breakers. Starts quest, enemies of the second hall. Huh. Alrighty, let's take this quest on. They didn't have all the rings above their heads a while ago. It's one of the things, you gotta keep returning to these areas to see what pops up in the meantime. You're gonna try and throw me across this hall. A lot of times whenever they pop up, dig down and then pop up out of the ground like that, it'll be a case of them trying to hurl you across the hall like the trolls do. Game will be brought down for 45 minutes. Enemies of the second hall. Many enemies prowl the second hall of Nude Melik. You should defeat the forces of evil that roam this hall, so we need to defeat 8 things in the hall. We can do that. Nothing else chooses it, gets rid of that rings up above their heads, which is helpful. Alright, we are going to continue heading on down. And we will see you in a bit, unless we come across the source of that foul smell first. I was thinking that door might actually go to something, but it doesn't have a tooltip on it, so I don't think that's one that we can open. We'll see in just a bit. Okay, I think we are coming across. See, starts quest a sickly glow. Let's take out one of these deep crawlers, and then we got a fungus cluster that I think might be associated with the unwholesome odor over here. Stab ya. Well done. Him down. Man, this one replenishes very fast too. Alright, our dagger of the second age has reached level 20. We need to reforge it. A sickly glow. You notice a great number of strange glowing worms slithering around the feet of the stone trees in Nude Melik. You should see if the worms, it's either ichor or ichor. I think it's ichor. Contains any luminescent properties that will be useful to the dwarves of the expedition. So we need to collect some ichor from the deep crawlers. Alright, we'll go ahead and accept that. And let's check out this fungus cluster here. Ugh. That is gnarly. Using that has no effect. Find the first source of the odor. Okay. And that's not the first source. There's more of them. Lovely. Well, here's the gate that we've got to go down. Heading back down toward the Red Horn Loads. That's where we were headed. And honestly, at this point, I think I am going to have to call it there. And call this an episode. When we come back, we will travel further down in here. I may go and reforge my weapon in the meantime. Quite highly likely that I may do that. Go and reforge my weapon. See, there we go. Now we're starting to get some of these platforms. Must have been someone that came through it earlier and had us so that they had cleaned it out. All right. So here, where within view of the Red Horn Loads is where we are going to call it an episode before they shut the servers down on us. Plus, we are most likely coming into the 30-minute range. And I don't want to go over, and I don't want to go down there and do a whole bunch of fighting if I haven't reforged my weapon yet. So we're going to have to go and do that as well. So we will see you when we do all that. Thank you for joining us. We'll get this up later today. And we hope y'all have a good one. Go out and get a little sunshine while the game's down. Talk to you later. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.